Hello everyone, you are so welcome to my channel. My name is Efrans. If you're still new, kindly consider to subscribe. My returning viewers, I thank you so much. In today's video, we are going to see how you can manage having more than one type of chicken at different stages on your farm. I am in Wakiso district with Mrs. Jennifer, a Paramount poultry farmer. She keeps broilers, broilers, and other types of chicken. And what she does, she's going to be sharing with us how she has so far made it this far. And where we are right now is the brooding section for her day one chicks. She's further saying that poultry housing system determines up to 40% of the successful rate you'll achieve from this business. She's saying that you need warmth in the area, and for her, she's using that type of sigiri to bring warmth in her brooding section. She's also saying that their room should have enough light so that these birds can be eating throughout day and night. She further says that feeding is one of the most basic needs of chicken when they are still young. When these chicks come to 1 month, she transfers them to another room. Still, she's saying that there should be extra care for these young chicks. There should be maximum light in the room. That also success in poultry farming business mostly depends on feeding quantity and quality so that the formulation system is well followed for proper growth and development. She further says that in order to obtain the desired growth rate, you must provide highly nutritious feeds to your birds. So after the brooder, she brings them here for about 1 month. And those who are interested in this stage, there are those who don't have the skills, who don't have the space for brooding. So when they come, she gets from this room, and at this stage, they are almost fully vaccinated. And she also provides her clients with vaccination charts. She further says that the very first step to take in starting a poultry farm is to make sure that you obtain the basic skills as far as this venture is concerned. That if you don't obtain the necessary skills, you might end up in losses. So she advises farmers to always obtain the necessary and required skills as far as this venture is concerned. And this is our parent stock for broilers. When they lay eggs, we take them to our hatchery and obtain some for our customers and some for our farm. Since we are targeting to get the eggs, we feed them on layers mash so that they can lay eggs. We bring cocks from other farms so that we avoid genetic problems. She's saying that there are factors that have helped her to reach this far. And one of them, she's saying that you should always provide clean water to your birds. Hygiene is very important on your farm. You should consider how often you change the hussicks. When they are wet, you get a spade and change so that your birds don't fall sick. And vaccination is also very, very crucial on your farm. Those who can afford to have a 24-hour doctor like at our farm, they can have. And if you don't have a 24-hour doctor, you should always have the immediate doctor in case your birds fall sick. Then she also said that farmers should learn to make inquiries from experts here and there. That the more you make research, the more you're going to be successful on your farm. She advises farmers to visit their fellow farmers in the same sector, that if you deal in broilers, visit those who lay broilers. If you're dealing in broilers, pay visits to always those people in broilers so that you learn more about broilers. Since feeding takes a higher percentage on your farm, Mrs. Chigozie installed a milling machine on her farm so that she reduces on the costs of the feeds, as well as being sure of what her birds feed on a daily basis. The machine she installed is a multi-purpose. She uses it to mill feeds for the birds, and also the feed, the portion for her people. She also does the mixing of food by herself. She's saying that to ensure that your birds are fed and the food is well mixed, we should not always leave these activities to people we employ on our farm. We should involve ourselves to make sure that what the birds feed on is really what we want them to feed. Since she's a farmer, she grows maize in her garden, and what she does, she uses cayenne pepper in powder form to protect her maize before it is milled. She sprays the cayenne pepper on top of the maize. That is what you're seeing. The yellow wish is the cayenne pepper sprayed on top of the bags to avoid her maize it from being eaten by molds. This has helped her to really reduce on the costs of poultry feeds, as well as increasing on the profits. When it comes to maize bran, after milling, she covers them, and every morning she comes, turns them so that the heat reduces, and this will help to reduce the risks of diseases in her poultry farm. She almost get involved in each and every activity that takes place on her farm. Mrs. Chigozie also installed a weighing machine on her farm so that she measures all the feeds before giving them to the birds. This has enabled her to know the quantity of feeds at every stage of her birds. Before taking feeds to the birds, she first measures, and she's sure that on a daily basis I'm giving this quantity of feeds to my birds. This has helped her to balance of her books. She further explains that she adds cotton to her feeds, soya flour to her feeds. She also add the silverfish when it is milled to her feeds, and this has enabled her to increase on egg production. Her farm is always producing good recommendable birds. Before she takes her maize to the milling machine, what she does, she first sorts the maize to remove all the dust that may cause cough and flu to her birds. And where she sorts the maize from is totally different from where she keeps the maize from. All this is keeping hygiene for her feeds of the birds. Mrs. Jennifer is calling upon all farmers, especially ladies who have learned to begin growing maize and enter this poultry venture because it is really a profitable venture. At the end of the day, she collects all her manure, take them to the garden, and she yields more and more profits from her garden because she has a very big banana plantation where she applies this manure, and she also sells the surplus to those who need it. This makes poultry farming a lucrative venture. A France Farm for Profit Uganda, where farming meets excellence. See you next time. Bye bye.